Hi Mike.
Hi Tim.
Hi Kay, how are you?
Good, thank you. Long time no see.
Lovely day, isn't it? Make the most of it. We'll have a look and see what you created and we'll go from there. This is absolutely amazing. Upside down living. It is a brave thing to do. It's slightly different, but when you look at this space.
But if it wasn't upside down, this would have been divided into bedrooms.
Yes.
You come upstairs, you go to sleep, shut your eyes, and you wouldn't see this.
To us, why would you not maximise the beauty of your house by having all these vaulted ceilings and all this incredible oak so you can see it?
To have this space here, but with that most incredible view, is 1 in a million.
But I've had this 30-year dream to have a house down a no-through road so there's no passing traffic, which is sufficiently far from an A road so you can't hear traffic. We sit out on our terrace in the evening and it's just birdsong.
A 30-year dream. When did you start looking though, actively looking for a plot?
We were in lockdown. Mike was still working a bit. I wasn't. I'd already retired. He was worried I was going to get bored, so he said to me, you better find yourself a project. And we just decided to start in Herefordshire because of the land availability and the prices. I think it took us about a year between then and buying it, getting the outline, because we wanted the outline planning permission to be settled before we purchased the land.
Yes.
We had started working on our own designs, which we were then talking to your team about. We were scheduled for as you say, the March or April. You phoned up and said, well, we've got a slot, we could start on the 5th of December. It worked out perfectly.
We have the contemporary styling of the home, and you really followed that through onto the sleek lines of a kitchen. Kay, what was the thought process there?
Well, I'm the minimalist, so I didn't feel that I could have a cluttered style kitchen in a beautiful building like this. I just want to be able to see the majesty of the oak. We just found a family kitchen company who specialise in this German kitchen, and we just loved all the clean lines of it. The best thing for us is that we've actually got a walk-through pantry which is totally hidden.
Oh, crikey.
So it's our laundry room. The nice thing about it is you can be cooking and you're going in and out to your pantry to collect all your ingredients. Say if you're having a dinner party, then what you can do is you just go and take all your dirty things in there,
Straight in.
shut the door at the end of the dinner party, no one can see any mess.
One other thing while we're here is the MVHR system.
It became clear to me very early on that MVHR had to be top spec. It has automatic CO2 and humidity monitoring. If Kay goes in the shower, I can actually hear the MVHR turn up because it detects the fact there's extra moisture and it turns up the fans.
The feeling inside the house, the atmosphere, the air feels just clean. It just feels fresh. This is very special, very special.
I think the brief to you was that we wanted it to feel really lush, a bit like a hotel, and we wanted to be able to look out and see all of the views across all of the open fields. And I think a lot of people get obsessed with how many bedrooms am I going to put in my house. We just thought, well, why don't we build a house that is really designed for us, really optimise the space for us. So we said we wanted this lovely, big, luxurious bedroom, an entire dressing room and an ensuite with a separate toilet. And we took up half of the bottom of the house to do this. And every time we look at hotel rooms now, I think, well, it's nicer at home.
But you have future-proofed the house as well, haven't you?
So we thought right from the start about having a lift. And there's actually a knockout section in the floor so that potentially we could put a lift in. The underfloor heating all flows around it and it's built structurally so you could take that section of floor out later and put a lift in if you want.
The wonderful thing is we come around the driveway and it's just those little parts where you glance through and suddenly you look and you just see through that view into the woods beyond, the fields there. It's quite hard to take it all in, really.
This is the beautiful organic nature of it, because this was a mess and we didn't know what to do with this gap and the walkway wasn't in.
That is always the thing I'm amazed at, and I don't know whether I've actually got this, is sometimes your vision to be able to see that and to see the bigger picture of what could be created, and along with the architects and the designers then, to actually bring this to life. The outdoor living area is, well, it's a reclamation project and a learning building project, isn't it? So
when we started taking the barns apart, we started thinking, well, maybe we could use some of the old timbers. The sun is straight into here in the evening, and even when it's a cool day, it can be absolutely beautiful sitting in here.
And it's our rain shelter as well. When it's pouring down with a tin roof, it's just brilliant. A steel roof, it's gorgeous.
We've got the upside down living, haven't we? And then with that, we've got the ability to walk out of the sitting room, along the bridge, over the walkway below, onto this fantastic sun lounge area with views directly out to the Black Mountains there. How did you conjure that one up?
Well, it comes back to the indoors outdoors living and the flow of the house. You can just move in and out, and in the other seasons we just have all the doors and windows open all the time.
We love living outside whenever we can, so we've got our cabin there for when it's not so nice, and when it's beautiful, we are out here.
Kay and Mike, thank you so much for a guided tour of your absolutely magnificent house. From your experiences about creating a dream home, what would you say your top tips would be to anybody who's brave enough to take the plunge to create their own home?
I guess the biggest one has got to be keep on top of the budget. If you are managing your own self-build, you've got hundreds of thousands of pounds. If you are responsible for buying every single piece of material, item in the entire house, you've got to keep on top of it. Do your invoicing as you go.
You almost got to build as fast as you can to keep ahead of the rising cost of the product or the material.
You've got to think in advance, because there's so many decisions which have knock-on effects forever. And if you've not thought about it early enough on, you will build something, and then you'll come to the next piece and you think, well, how am I going to do this now? We had our outline plan very, very early on, and then I was thinking about dependencies and what was dependent on what.
I think one of my other tips would be, before you start the build, get one of those, I think, called self-build Bibles. I just read it cover to cover. You learn so much in there. Budgeting, just flow, challenges, questions to ask yourself. And I just learned a hell of a lot from just reading something simple like that. There's practical stuff as well. Just, you're obviously just always going to have to roll your sleeves up. You've just got to keep going. You've got to get things done. There will be many days where I was doing 20,000 steps. I think you just got to decide what your own skills are. I don't know how people build all on their own when you see these people doing it.
Yeah, we were a team in it. There were lots of people talk about a build being very stressful. We honestly never had an argument. And I can honestly say we didn't really have any stress at all. I do feel like it's a lifetime achievement. It's the sort of thing when I expect when I review my life. It really feels like we've done something of significance here.
And we're leaving it for another generation and another generation. How many years is this going to stand?
Well, I'd just like to say thank you so much for the day. I've really enjoyed myself, and I have the utmost admiration for everything that you've achieved. Thank you. We've had a magnificent time here today, so I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and leave us a comment, and we will come back to you and give you an answer for every thought you have.